Hey everyone, making a quick video. This is going to be primarily on supplements that I've tried and used. I know I made a video on just what I got from the GNC Pro, just what I got that month. I haven't gotten the new one since then. Should be getting one by the end of this month, at least I was told. So, but I was going to make a video on pretty much the stuff that I take. What I find is relatively working, because for the first time in a really long time, I'm actually gaining weight, and I'm gaining a little bit of size too. But primarily, weight has been my focus. I'm more focused on my weight because medical reasons. I'm a little bit underweight. Kind of been on and off on underweight and not being underweight. I'm really close to being at that area, because I weigh, I was weighing 115, 112 was when I went down all the way to 112, 110 when I started this, and I'm 5'6", so that's something that I'm really wanting to work on, and I don't know if anybody else is looking for any answers or anything, but this is what has been working for me. So first thing I have is this Bulk 1340, which is a gainer. It's great because of the amount of calories it has some BCAA, lots of vitamins and minerals. That's primarily for that 1340 calories and all of those all that protein too, because it helps with gaining size as well too. So that's what I've been taking. I just finished this, so I was going to make a video before I throw this away. But it has some carbs in it as well. Right now I'm making some rice. Important thing is that I'm having about 4 to 5 meals a day, and that's even on days when I'm working. I know I made a video on my meal preps, on what I prep myself with. I started doing something a little bit different, which is I'm making pork also work in my diet as well, because I also have chicken too. And I might be switching from brown rice to white rice, just because I like white rice more. But anyways, this is primarily going to be on supplementing, what supplements I take. And this is what I usually take. And here's a quick look at all of the nutrition facts. And it doesn't show to me. There we go. And I am usually using 2% milk. I've always used 2% milk. It'd be better to use whole milk, but I always use 2% milk with this. And I'm actually not taking 2 heaping scoops at once. I take them 2 times separately. Usually, like what I did this time, unfortunately, all I had was about 1 and maybe a half scoops. And I add it with blueberries and some cereal. So pretty much it is almost like a cereal to me. It's a cereal smoothie. And now I'll go take a break, and then I'll see you guys back with my other supplements that I'm taking. Alright, so I'm back. Just had to throw that away. So this is basically the rest of the line of supplements I've been taking. I am going to admit first, before I talk about them, the post-gym I have been using less and less, primarily just because I've been getting really low on it. But I pretty much take those 3 almost every day pretty religiously. So the Performix is the newest one that I got. I got it not too long ago. I like it. It's working out pretty well. There was a sale, so I got 3 of them for like the price of 1. It has this bead kind of thing that at first I thought you were supposed to actually chew on them. I kind of thought it tasted a little weird. I was like, what the heck? But it's actually just so you can swallow it just as you're supposed to with a shake, and then I guess the coating goes away with the water inside your stomach, and then it stays in, and I guess it works a little bit longer, something like that. This is what the nutrition facts look like, and I think this is when it's talking about it. You can pause the video if you want. So that's pretty much what this one does. I primarily like it, not really for the protein, because I'm getting enough protein, but I'm really getting it primarily for the BCAA component of it, so it can help with my recovery. I was really just looking for something with BCAA, and the guy recommended at GNC to try this. I figured, why not? I like shakes a lot more than actual food, because at work I can easily just drink a shake while I'm back working in either dairy box or whatever place I'm working at. It's a lot easier for me to get away with that than with actual food. I hardly ever take actual breaks. I take like maybe a few minute break or something like that. So the only actual food I can actually have is a bar, and sometimes you'll see me having these bars. They're called sorry about all these weights. They're called One. That's what they look like, and these are really good. They're probably the best protein bar that I've ever had. It actually does taste like maple glazed donuts, and it smells like it. It's not really a supplement, but I'll just show you guys that really quickly. You can get that at GNC. It's something good if you're into getting protein bars. The next thing is the GNC Creatine Monohydrate 5000. This is good. Always should have some kind of creatine. This is probably the most necessary thing if you're going to have supplements. If you don't have very much money, good thing about this is that it actually doesn't cost very much. This costs, see, it has 161 servings, and this was about $25. It's $20, $25 with tax and whatnot. So that's a really good way to go. That'll last you a really long time. I've been having this daily in the morning. Performix, I've been having that daily in the morning as well. Sometimes I have just one shake. Sometimes I have two. This, you only need one. And I've been having it every time when I'm having breakfast. The great thing about it is that it can be either a pre or a post workout, so it can be either before or after. So sometimes if you do forget, it's not a big deal. You can just have it later. You can even have it just before you go to sleep. Now here is my favorite, which is the Ghost Sour Watermelon pre-workout. This is amazing stuff. I love it a lot. I tried Ghost for the first time a couple of months ago. Had a blue, I think it was like blue raspberry, and it was really, really good. Then I saw that they came out with these Warhead Sour Watermelon, so I wanted to give it a try. And it actually tastes like the Warheads. It's really, really good. You don't get too much of the jitters with that. I really like it a lot. It's so hard to find a pre-workout that does not overtake your body and give you the shivers and the jitters, because a lot of pre-workouts, it's either too much or not enough, and for me this works out just enough for me. And you can even have it, as it says, like for just work. I've had it on some days where I don't feel so well, I don't feel quite awake. If it's early in the morning, I'll just take that just before I work, and it helps me a lot too. So it's good for even daily life if you want. But yeah, this is great for pre-workout. Recommend it for sure. And then the last thing is the gym. So that's what the supplement facts are, and there's a little bit of information there. I was taking this pretty religiously for a while until it got a little low. These are, I don't remember how much they cost. I want to say that they cost a lot, but I could be wrong. This is a post-workout. I have found post-workouts, you don't really need them quite as much as a pre-workout that you do, or any of the other supplements that I have here. But it definitely can help. I recommend this one just primarily for the flavor, rainbow sherbet, which is really good. But besides that, I really don't have it that much. I might not keep up with this after I'm done with it. But definitely tastes really good. Definitely, if you're going to be getting a post-workout, this is the way to go. And Jim's been, from most reviews, been pretty decent. So I guess that would be my recommendation for a post-workout. But out of all of the supplements I've mentioned, this is the least amount of your worries, I would say. Definitely would say if you don't have very much money, or you have to pick something, obviously this is a number one, but this would be a number two for sure. Number three, if you're low on money, you can go with the Performix instead of the bulking. But if you do have the money to get the bulk, definitely try to get the bulk. This is about like $40 or so. You can find it on sale for that. Most of the time you can get it for more like 50 or 60 is where you'll find it. But I mean, it doesn't matter as long as you're eating clean and you're doing good. This is pretty much the two that you should have. But this is what I'm taking. I have to take this stuff primarily because I'm working about 8 hours for a pretty much 40-hour week. For most weeks. This week I had a little bit less hours of work, which actually is really nice. So I was able to get a little bit more of a tougher workout in because I wasn't doing quite the same jobs as I was. So I could actually give a little bit more for my workouts. But this is great, especially if you're busy, you don't have very much time, but you also need to make sure to make your meals, work on your pre-made meals, and make sure that you're getting your chicken in, your red meat, your rice, which is something that I have been having trouble with, is rice, because I need to get carbs in. If you can't get rice in, you can work on getting your pasta in. That's a really great source too. And pasta is amazing. It's very cheap, very easy to make. You can easily get your red meats thrown in there. It's a perfect way to go. But a lot of people, a lot of bodybuilders and whatnot, they recommend rice. But either way is pretty good. Just make sure that you're actually getting real food and you're getting real meals. Whenever I take these, none of these are considered a meal. These are considered a snack or just a drink on the side. That's something that I've learned. I know most of you probably are going to be thinking, why should I be listening to this guy? He doesn't even make any workout videos or anything like that. But I mean, this is what I've heard from people at Kaiser Permanente or at any other medical areas, medical facilities, whether it's a hospital or places that work on your fitness. They all say the same thing. You need to make sure you're getting enough real food. You cannot just be taking all these supplements. And there's a lot of places, especially hospitals, that say you should not be taking really any supplements. There's only a few. Now there's been rumors about things saying that supplements are like dried up bones and whatnot, and that's all old, and it's not really true. And I've actually have been recommended even by doctors to take supplements. The the last supplement, which I'm not going to show you, but you can easily look it up, is Carnation Instant Breakfast. And that's easy, that I have every day in the morning. And I've been having it since I was like 8 years old. And it was recommended by the doctor that I take it. And that is actually a supplement as well. So I've been even recommended sometimes supplements by doctors. So supplements aren't always bad for you. You got to always watch what's in there. Watch and make sure it is actually tested by by proper U.S. Facilities, not just a made-up kind of thing. Also, do your research online on YouTube's wonderful place to go, and just do what you can to find the right information, credible information, and you should be fine. And these are all places, are all supplements that are definitely credible, and supplements that I've done research on before buying this stuff, with the exception of the gym and the Performix. But I've done research on it afterwards, and I found relatively good stuff on it. But yeah, I would say gym is probably the one that I could do without right now. But this is all part of me trying to gain weight, not necessarily to get bigger, but that I will not take that completely out of the question. If I need to get bigger in order to gain weight, sure, I'll do that. I like lean mass, but to be honest, you're going to have to at least gain a little bit of size, a little bit of muscle size in order to gain a little bit of weight, at least for me, because of my body type. So this is great. If you guys have really high metabolism, definitely try this out. Make sure you're getting 4 to 5 meals a day. I've already made a video that you guys can check out on how to pre-make your meals, what you guys should have, and yeah, I mean it's a long process, it's a hard process, but if you stick with it, you guys will definitely see results, because I've been seeing results for myself. So yes, I hope you guys like this video. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. If you have any recommendations, maybe some other products that you think are a little bit better. Maybe you think there's some products that you think I should let people know that you should not be having. Because I know there's lots of products out there that are complete crap. And what they say on there is completely wrong. And people are wasting their money on it. And it's just not even worth it. Another thing I'm going to say too is I am not telling you all to take or to go out, buy, and get supplements if you feel like you don't need supplements. You do not need supplements, but they definitely help. It is not something that is necessary in order to gain size. You can easily take more time and eat more real food and not have to deal with this. The only reason why I say the creatine monohydrate is the biggest one is because this will help you put on that big water, the big size, because of the water retention, and you do not get enough creatine from your meats. You would have to have a lot of red meat to be able to have that creatine monohydrate, the same amount of creatine that you would get from here. You won't be able to have quite as much creatine, but you can still try to get it naturally if you would want to, if you're very much against supplements, and I know there's people that are. This is basically just my supplement review and on all of them and recommendations. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.